Oh, look, another air gun.
That's awesome.
It's in the bottom here.
Now that is awesome.
Welcome to a special episode of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host, JC, and today we're going to take a look at this Bushland target system. We're going to show you how to achieve tactical training in your own backyard. But before we get started on this, do me a favor if you hadn't already. Hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free, but it really helps support the channel. Also, check out my website when you have a chance, www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, I've got t-shirts, hats, I got my Generation 2 bipods, and I have a limited number of Rex compact scopes too, and I'm blowing those out. When they're gone, they're gone. This is the last amount that I have, so anyway, take advantage of that when you have a chance. But let's get back to our tactical training in the backyard and how this Bushland target system will fit right in with that. I'm going to show you. So first of all, you're going to say, what's a Bushland target system? Yeah, I said the same thing too, because I didn't know anything about it. Bushland reached out to me and said, hey, would you be interested in looking at this? And to be perfectly honest, they sent me one. I said, yeah, let's take a look at it and see what we can do with it. Okay, what this is, it's a compact remote control, remotely activated, we'll say, target presentation. So it comes with a remote control, and what you do is you set up these panels. These panels are like a poster board material, and it electronically will raise the targets for you, and then you'll hit the button and one will go down and the next one will come up, and that's how this thing works. So it's pretty cool. It's got a remote control that takes a 9-volt battery. This has a rechargeable base, and it comes with a charger. So you can recharge the base. And we've tried this thing out to 100 yards. It might go beyond that, I'm not sure, but we tried it and it works at 100 yards. So anyway, it has 10 panels, so you can put 10 separate targets on there. And again, like I said, these will just pop up electronically. And the great thing is you only need a screwdriver to assemble it. It'll come in 3 pieces. You're going to have to attach each one of these panels. And by the way, again, I'm going to tell you, these panels, these are like poster board material. But just so you know, I tested cardboard with it too. And it actually works with cardboard too. So that will work in addition to that. But you can find these at Staples or any of those other places, so if you need replacements. I'm not going to get into the whole assembly on this. The Bushland website has a really nice full video that talks about assembly. But I can tell you it's really simple. It just takes one screwdriver and you can put this thing together. Now, if you are using this target system, as you guys can see, this is plastic. A couple things needs to happen. One, and you'll see there's little legs here. These legs need to be attached to the ground. Now you could do that with, if you want to put it on the dirt, you could use some spikes or some large nails and drive it into the ground, and it would hold it stable. Because when this thing flips up, the base will rock on it. So what I did is I took a piece of plywood and then just mounted it on the plywood and used these little just screws to attach it to it. So I had a spare piece of plywood. So that's one thing you're going to have to do. The other thing you're going to have to do is it's going to need a shield, because you can see this is plastic. So when this pops up, this area and below needs to be protected. You might think you're a great shot, but if you're sighting in a rifle, one round goes into this plastic casing, you could destroy the target. So you need a shield for it. And you can use a variety of items for a shield for this. For instance, you could stack sandbags up in front of it. That would work. If you're out in the desert, Max and I were talking about this, you could actually dig a hole deep enough for this would be the only part that comes up. And if you're out in the desert, you know, it's really easy to dig out there. Nothing but soft sand. So that's a thought. Or if you're in your backyard, you can do something like I did. I built a protector shield. I'll show you here. This is a 2x12 and some 2x6s I set up. Real easy. As you can see, this will slide right in front and protect this area. So when the target pops up, you're good to go. So I just built that, had some spare lumber around. Of course, lumber's a fortune nowadays, but that's a thought. You could build something like that and it works great. And I'm going to demonstrate that. I'll show you. But again, like I said, there's a variety of things that you can do. So this is really good for long distance shooting. And what it does, it saves you from walking back and forth. So each time you want to set up a target. So you could set up your targets and then come way back, and then you have the options of putting up fresh targets without actually having to go out and meet each one of those trips. So you've seen this before. The pain of going back and forth, going to set up the target. I experienced it right here in my 40-yard range. Got to go all the way up there. You know, you got to set up your target, and you got to come all the way back each time. And that can be a little annoying, especially if you're sighting in a rifle. What's good about this is you can start out with a larger target and then work your way to a smaller target, and you never have to leave the bench. You can just keep shooting. So this works really, really good. So let's go out and actually show you how this thing works real quick.
All right, let me show you how this Bushland target system works. This thing is really convenient. But we're usual 40 yards back. This is our normal plinking distance. Go ahead, take a quick look, and you can see how we got the target set up there. So this thing actually holds 10 targets, which is good. So if you think about it, that's going to save me 10 plus trips from walking all the way up the hill. So it's going to be very convenient. But let's show you how it works. I'm going to fire a couple of shots, and then I'm going to show you how we can remote controlly bring up the next target. By the way, we've tested this out to 100 yards in line of sight, and it worked. It could go well beyond that. I'm not sure. That's just as far as we tested it. But let's just take a couple of shots and show you how this works. And don't be critical on my shooting here. I'm just going to shoot kind of fast just to show you how this works. That's one. And one more. Two. All right, so we just slap 2 quick shots there just to show you. So let's say I want a fresh target. I just hit the button. There you go, fresh target, ready to go again. But the good thing is, what if I want to shoot at a variety of different targets? Let's say you're sighting your rifle in, you want to start with a bigger target and then work your way down. But the important thing is you see the black protector that we built that goes directly in front of the mechanism, because you want to protect the housing of the mechanism. So you're going to need some type of protection in front of that. Whether we made that one out of a couple of 2x6s, but you could use sandbags, concrete, anything like that. But the convenience is you just hit this button and there's your next target. And so you can go with a variety of targets. So, oh, that's a good looking target. Oh, no wonder. It's an airgun detective's target. Just like that one is an airgun detective's target. Pretty cool. All right. So maybe you just want a simple bullseye. Whatever you want, you can put a massive variety, which kind of makes it nice. And I don't have to walk up there each time to change these. I just push a button, which is very convenient. Yeah, so whatever style that you want, it's there. And you can shut it all down. So very convenient. By the way, this takes a 9-volt battery, and I'll probably cover that in detail later. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, that was your traditional type of target shooting, your long distance shooting. Fortunately, I have some distance in my backyard that I can use this, but as you can see, this is a great application for out in the desert or anywhere else. But I started thinking, there's something else this can be used for, and let's talk about the tactical application. And what is our #1 goal in tactical training? Go ahead, answer that. It's to be proficient with your weapon system. Okay, you need to be proficient with your weapon system, whatever that may be. So how do you get there? How do you become proficient? You train. And when you think you've done enough training, you do more training. And then you do even more training. And what you develop is you develop muscle memory. So practice going in and out of the holster, coming on target. You make it secondary, because that way if you're in a stressful situation, you react. So you're also developing perception reaction time, and you're speeding that entire process up. Now, for an entire career in law enforcement, I experienced this a couple times. And one time I actually was confronted with a lethal force situation in which a suspect actually pulled a gun on me. And what I had to do is respond to that threat. And ironically, let me back up a little bit. I remember in the days in the police academy where the constant training of going in and out of the holster, and you kind of wonder, God, why are we always going back in and out of the holster? Well, that's where they started developing your muscle memory. So if you get involved in a stressful situation, you don't want to have to think about, oh, I need to reach down, pull my gun out. You want it to be just an automatic reaction. And the way you develop that is with muscle memory. So back to my situation where I had a suspect pull a gun on me and actually was going to attempt to shoot me. But because of my practicing and my training, I was able to get my gun out of the holster, on target, and fire before he had the chance to fire his weapon. So it saved my life as well as my partner's. And I contribute that 100% to training. So I started thinking, this system right here is a great training opportunity with air guns. And I say air guns because developing muscle memory, you can do that in your backyard and you can do it with air guns. So anyway, I set this up with a shoot, don't shoot scenario. As you can see that. This worked absolutely perfect with these pop-up targets. And what this does, it gives you another option than just firing rounds at a still target. This gives you an opportunity to get your adrenaline going, to be able to respond quick, and then also be able to practice your skills as far as putting rounds actually on the target. And this provides that opportunity right in your backyard. So again, you're going to improve reaction time. It's going to help you with threat identification. It improves your draw and your target acquisition. Again, a standing target doesn't really provide that, so that's great. So obviously you would need a partner for that one to run the remote control, but what's great is you can set up various targets so you as a shooter are not going to know when it's a shoot, don't shoot situation. Then he or she, whoever, can run the remote control and give you that opportunity to be able to react. So right in your own backyard, this is great for that. Another fun thing, okay, now I'm talking tactical training still, but another fun thing is to practice maybe some quick draws. If you guys are into the old Colt or the single action army type guns and the Western type, or you traditionally just want to use any one of your air guns and you want to practice a quick draw, this gives you a great opportunity. Again, someone working the remote control gives the shooter the opportunity to react. So they don't know when you're going to hit the button. Randomly, you can set that up however you want. But honestly, this target system, yes, it works traditional for our long targets. It has our tactical application, but there's also another fun aspect of this, and it's good for the whole family. You can do some competitions. Check this out.
Okay, I also want to show you guys that you can have a lot of fun with this too. You saw the tactical training portion, which is terrific, but this is something that's good for the entire family. You have friends over, you want to play different games. This is great for that because you can set up various types of targets. So let's show you. We'll show you a little thing. We're going to play, what are we going to play here? We're going to play a little pool right now.
Yep.
Okay? And someone's got to be stripes.
I got stripes.
Okay, he's stripes. I'm solids, and let's just see how we do. We're going to try to shoot them all. What are we going to do?
First one to 8, I guess.
First one to
To
8.
8 to knock the 8 ball in.
All right. Okay, first one to 8. All right, so there's 6, 2, 7,
I'm not shooting all right.
5, 3, 1. Did I get 3?
I can't tell.
Anyway,
Oh, I missed the 8 ball.
I got the 8 ball.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Did we get all those? Is there holes in all those?
There's a hole in every one.
I think there's a hole in every one. Okay, so that was one game. There's another game you can play. You can play darts if you want to play, and you figure that out. It's a typical dart game. Also, they have Battleship, so you can decide. You know, your opponent's ships are on one side, yours, and the first one that hits all the ships wins. There's golf, and obviously, you know, you're shooting under par if you get in the center of that. But anyway, there's a variety of different games. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I had to get rid of those. Gophers are just horrific in the yard, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then there's the stars. And you guys remember when I did the review on the 400E, I was talking about shooting out the stars. Oh, what a perfect target for that gun. The first one to eliminate the red. Yep. So with that, as you can see the variety of this target system, there's so many facets that this can address. But a really fun part is the games here, because it's something that the whole family can enjoy, and that's what air guns are about. It's all for the whole family.
Yeah, and these games, they're good. Pistols, close range, rifles, long range. You can shoot it from any distance like that. And with the remote activation, you don't have to be anywhere near your targets. You
Which
can
is really
set it up.
nice. Yep, whatever distance you want. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is a lot of fun for the whole family. I mean, think about it. You have a gathering of a lot of people, and I'm sure you guys have done this before. I know I have, where people want to shoot. They want to shoot air guns. So you're going back and forth setting up the targets. This is great. You can set up a whole bunch of targets, 10 in fact, and then you can play your different games with them, whatever you want to play, which is really cool. So the versatility of this target system is great because you can use it for serious training, you can use it for your traditional long distance shooting, and then you can have fun with it. You can play games with it, as I showed you all the different type of games that you can do with this. So it's something for the whole family. So yeah, maybe this is the one you can get the support from your other half to be able to pick this one up for you. I mean, but it's a great system. This company, Bushland, is a very small company out of Canada. So it's a pretty cool system. The key is, like I said, is you're going to have to make sure you come up with a shield for in front of this because you don't want any wild rounds to ruin your fun here. So you got to like it. Thing's compact, lightweight. So I'll leave a link for you guys down below for the Bushland target system. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And once again, I hope you and your families are doing well. I hope everybody's healthy and you're getting lots of shooting in. So until next time, take care and God bless.